Hello friends, this is Scott, and we're getting geared up to go down to the hobby farm last Saturday, and I never want to go empty-handed, so had some cardboard from my brother-in-law's packaging and shipping store that I was going to bring down, and even though it's winter, I want to bring it down because I need material for making beds as soon as spring hits. So here's how much snow we had when I went down there, and just a couple inches, maybe 2-3 inches, so the shoveling only took about a half hour. But overall, we've got about a foot of snow, I think, so far this year, maybe just a little bit over. But my truck's in the shop, so I have no four-wheel drive, so I really have to time my trips down here in the Prius because my wife needs the four-wheel drive in the 4Runner to get back and forth and do her things. And so I got to kind of risk it with the Prius and time it between storms just to make sure that I get down here and don't get stranded down here. But this was a long trip I took down here. It was 4 days and 4 nights, so had a lot of time to get some stuff done, and it was the most tedious stuff possible. But there's a look at the Prius backed into the garage, and that's how much trim I have left to install. I need more, but that'll do a little bit, but not everything. But there's a look at all the cardboard I have, so I've got a few beds that I can make here in early spring, so I'm excited about that. So got to keep collecting raw materials as I can. So here's a look at what I did. The first night I got down there was Saturday night. I went ahead and installed all the trim I had to the point that I ran out. So I got the bathroom done, the spare bathroom. As we look around, I got both the inside and the outside trimmed up. So all looks pretty good. Again, we'll show more. I had a little bit of an issue here where that wall was a little uneven, so I had to do a little notching around that hinge. But I'll be popping this door off and patching all that, making it look nice. But yeah, so there's a look at the first thing I did when I got down was put the trim pieces around this bathroom door. And as we go out in the hall, I'll show you what else I accomplished. Got the spare bedroom trimmed in, at least on the outside, not on the inside though. I should say I did the inside of this door, but I don't have enough to do the closet. And I did have a couple spare pieces of molding, so I did that. Got threw a couple pieces in there. And I did have the side pieces for the big closet inside and out, but didn't have enough header board, so I need to, made a list, and I'll be bringing that the next time I can bring materials down here. And I got into the cat room, and I got the front, at least the outside in the hall, trimmed out. But as we look inside, I did not have enough materials to do the inside. So I still have the cat door there, and I've got to finish this closet just on the outside, and I've got to finish the inside of this door. So yeah, I used up everything I had, and I need more. I still have to design the laundry room, how I want to do that, so that'll be a future project. But yeah, overall, it looks like we're ready for some patching, caulking, and painting. And that's what I came down here for. So again, I was down here for four days, parts of 4 days and 4 nights. So here's the spackle that I used, and I'm just going to show you one example of how I did that right at the bathroom door. So I puttied all the nail holes with the spackle, and just give you a look at see how this goes. It's a very simple process. It's not difficult. My sanding pads are getting a little worn down though, so I need to buy a couple more, but you just break where you patch the holes, you just sand them down smooth, and then you're ready for caulking and then eventually painting. So yeah, so it's a pretty simple process, nothing to get too excited about, but you see there's lots of room for caulking. I need to get all these gaps filled in. So that's after I sanded, and everything looks pretty good. You can definitely see the imperfections in the different colorations, but it has to be expected. But here's the caulking that I used, and I had some left over. I had, I think, 6 to 8 tubes. So here's a look at after I got done caulking it, and it definitely makes it look so much better, much more professional. But you can see until we get it painted, it's not going to look great. But I filled in all the gaps around all the different levels of the door trim, and it looks pretty good. So next step was to tape it all up so I could paint without getting paint all over everything. And yeah, nothing fancy. Did a couple coats of paint, did about 3 coats on the sides there, on the top of the headers, so that they definitely were painted white enough so they didn't bleed through any of the brown color. But here's a look after a couple coats before I pulled the tape, and it makes it look amazing. It's pretty incredible how good you can make stuff even with imperfect cuts. But yeah, it looks good. And I'm going to show you the inside of the door of the bathroom also after I painted. And again, we're ready to pull tape, it looks like. So I like to pull the tape fairly quickly before it dries so that it doesn't pull any of the paint off. But there's a look. So we started with the bathroom, wanted to get that done totally, and that is done. So it looks pretty sharp. And then as we go down the hall, I taped up, getting ready. I'd already puttied and caulked the other doors. So I'm ready to paint all this up and get this done. So again, this was over several days. It's hard to remember. Kind of everything bleeds together as I'm working. But yeah, I was down here enough time to get things taken care of. And I even got in the closet here and got that all trimmed out and caulked up and ready to paint. And I got the outside of the cat room door all ready to paint too. So yeah, looking good. And I'm excited to get this part of the project done. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Now, I did get into the master bath. As you can see, it's all caulked and painted. And as we scan over to the closet door, again, lighting in this room is kind of tough. So I've got some yellow bulbs, so it doesn't look the greatest. But you can kind of see what's done and what isn't done. I've not finished patching and preparing that front door to the bedroom, so that'll be something I do here in the next day. But I wanted to get this master bath all finished up too, so I got that all caulked and sanded and painted, or taped and ready to paint, as well as some of the baseboards I did. And I wanted to get as much done as I could. And I just had one more piece of baseboard in the master bath, and I'll be done with that. But here's a look after it's all painted and all the tape's pulled, and it looks pretty good. It's pretty amazing how good this looks after all the trim is up. And I still have a little bit of baseboard to do. And again, I'll be bringing that down. I have about 125 feet of baseboard left to do, and I've got a few header boards. I think I've got 4 header boards and, miscellaneous stuff. But 125 feet of molding, and this place will be pretty much done. The upstairs, other than minus the laundry room there, I've got to figure out how I want to get that all trimmed in and look nice. But yeah, it all looks pretty good, and I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah. And here's a look inside after it's all painted, and I'll take a quick look inside the guest bath. And again, some of these cuts were not perfect. I had to kind of whittle around some of the tile and the trim, but it turned out pretty good for overall. I'm pretty pleased with it. Again, nothing's ever perfect, and especially when you're rehabbing an old house where you've had previous molding nailed in. And there's going to be imperfections, but that's just part of life. But looks pretty good, and I'm pretty excited about the haul. It turned out well. Here's a look inside the little closet in the hall, and I did down here at the bottom. So I just want to give you a quick peek of that. Turned out really nice, and that's my junk closet. So I'll be putting stuff back in there until I'm get done with this whole remodel. I did make the bed, as you see there. That looks better. And as you see here, all the doors look very nice, and the different levels of trim makes it look pretty impressive. So, yeah, I'm excited. Still have a lot of baseboards to do, but they'll go quick, and it won't be a big deal. But let's look inside the master bath. And as we look in here, it's all painted up for what I have. And I've got more caulking to do around the tub and in the shower and those type of things in the sink. But I'll do that when I ran out of caulking, so I didn't do any of that. I have one more piece of baseboard right there. That's the last piece I have for this bathroom, and it'll be done. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, we're checking things off the list, and we're getting down to making this place more and more livable, and now it looks pretty sharp. So next trip down, when I get my truck back, which may take a couple weeks, it wasn't a minor repair, it's a major repair. So I've got lots of differential type work, and yeah, it's going to cost thousands of dollars. So yeah, just what I needed right after Christmas. But again, I won't have my truck for a couple weeks. So next trip down, I may just start painting some other areas of the home, maybe down the stairs, and get working on some of that until I get the rest of the raw materials down. So anyway, well, thanks for watching this video. And if you like the way this looks, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment, as I'd love to hear from you. And I've got many more projects to do on the inside remodeling and before the spring hits, and we'll get back outside. So anyway, hope you enjoy this, and please, yeah, I love your support, and please help me out with my channel. Thank you.